What is up, IF Warriors? It's your boy Edward V, and really quick thing. I'm going on a family trip, so of course, you know I can never leave you guys hanging. I can never leave the IF Warriors hanging. However, creating one of my pieces of content, the full-blown videos, those full-blown, full stylized pieces of content, animation, all that stuff, require a lot of research and a lot of things to be put together for me to come up with a video like that. So this video, it's easier for me to do, and I'm doing it because I still want to provide value for you guys for my Sunday video. However, because I'm literally flying out to Mexico on a family vacation, I'm rushing to do all these things, trying to get everything together, trying to, you know, work with the family to get stuff, the kids, everything ready so that we can go. And I'm like sneaking into my office right now so that I can do this video for you. So I'm not gonna keep on rambling, but of course, you know that I want to stay true to my word to putting out videos for you guys every single week, twice a week, barring a situation where I just lose my voice completely. Exhibit A.
I'm so sorry. I'm doing this video right now because I'm not gonna be able to do a normal video for this Wednesday.
I'm going to be giving you videos. However, even with Exhibit A, I still had the stoic body fill in for me so that at least you can still get value from my channel on that day. Even though I wasn't the person, he was able to fill in and you still got. So that was just that one time, and then I had somebody fill in for me. So it was awesome. And thank you to Philip for doing that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick some random questions. You guys ask a lot of beautiful, awesome questions in regards to intermittent fasting. So I'm going to just select some and I'm going to answer them for you. I'm going to try to do it real quick. This is probably going to be a short video, might be a long video. Sometimes, like, this is live, this is me just, you know, selecting them live. So sometimes I just go on a little ramble in terms of answering the question. I'm going to try to keep it as concise as possible. This, like I said, this is not a structured, full stylized, full-blown content, full capacity, ultra level, over 9,000 kind of a video. Without any further ado, and not to bore you guys with my rambling, I'm going to move on to the part where I answer your questions. First question comes from Monk Morgan, and he asks, drinking a protein shake is okay to break the fast? So basically he's asking, is drinking a protein shake okay to break your fast? Now, there are so many little minute things that you can do, things that will be beneficial for you in terms of how you're going to digest your food or how you're going to accept the food that you're about to ingest or digest or whatever the case may be. And when it comes to those things, you have to take that into account. Well, now in terms of like, will it make intermittent fasting be worse or not work as well? No. I mean, if you take a protein shake to break your fast, and that's the way you want to break your fast, that's fine. Do I drink protein shake? If you're curious if I do that, I don't drink any kind of like fitness supplement stuff. I don't do any of that. Not saying that you don't have to do it or that you shouldn't do it, just simply that I don't. And I have a video of how to break your fast for the best possible outcome in terms of how you're gonna feel, to reduce any like you know, stomach pains that you might get. But if you're breaking your fast with a protein shake and you feel fine, then, you know, all power to you. You can keep going that way. It's 100% completely up to you if it's working for you. Understand, guys, all these things I tell you, all these things come from studies, come from scientific studies that have been aggregated into one piece of content to give you that information. Now, you can do what you will with that information. It is nothing set in stone. Everyone is different, and some people enjoy breaking their fast with specific foods. Some people want certain things. Even I know certain things in studies and then still kind of do something different every once in a while because it's something that I want to do. So just understand what's the best thing, and then you can do what you want with that information. You can follow it or not. Thank you for that question, Monk Morgan. We're gonna move on to the next question. I'm trying to go fast, guys. Bernardo Nunez asks 16-8 or 24. Now, I don't know if he's asking if I do the 16-8 or 24, but any OGIF warriors out there would know that your boy Edward V does the 24. Now, can you do 16-8? Of course, yes, definitely. Is 16-8 great? Yes, awesome is good. Is 24 great? Yes, awesome is good. What is more comfortable for you is the most important thing. So if you're doing 24 and you're like, this is awesome, I could do this forever, that's the best one for you. If you're doing the 16-8 and you're like, woo, I got a lot of things I gotta do, I gotta, this and that, I can't really go that far as to do 20 hours of fasting, then the 16-8 is the best for you. Just know that the longer you fast, the longer you will be burning body fat as fuel. So just keep that in mind. However, if you're fasting for 16 hours, you are still getting to points where you are using your body fat as fuel. That's it. That's all it is. But comfort is even more important because longevity is the key goal. It's doing something that you're going to be able to sustain for the rest of your life. All right. Thank you, Bernardo Nunez. Next question. On the IF diet, I lost 3 kg. I have to put that metric in Google to figure it out. I always forget. In 3 days, I'm from the United States, so we say pounds, not kilograms. So either way, whatever. In 3 days, is this normal or is this a temporary? And then weight slowly starts to drop. So is this normal or is this temporary, and will the weight slowly start to slow down, I guess, or drop slowly? More than likely, yes. And I have a lot of videos up of why you lose the weight so fast when you first start, or what is happening when you first start intermittent fasting and you're losing weight so fast. A lot of people love that initial weight loss because it's awesome. The metrics of seeing the scale, just that metric, that specific analytic, if you will, of seeing the scale drop from where it was to where it is now is awesome. And it is jubilating, and it makes you feel very excited and very motivated. But understand that a lot of things are happening that is moving that scale in that direction. One thing that you should focus on more than anything is body fat percentage reduction, because that's the most important thing. However, when you first do intermittent fasting, because of everything that you're doing, a lot of water is going to be washed out of your body, and that will lend to quick weight loss. But that metric, just seeing that thing, that number, will never tell you the full story. So you might be losing water weight, you might be removing a lot of glycogen, you might be doing a lot of different things that carry weight on it. So it's not one-for-one body fat. And when people want to lose weight, they want to lose body fat. That's the true thing that you want to lose, not just weight. I would recommend getting fat calipers to test your body fat percentage. There's a lot of fat calipers out there, super cheap, less than $20. You can get them. And then there's like charts. The Dormsey and Wormersly chart is the one that I use, and you should use it too because it's one of the more accurate ones. But just know that as long as your inches are reducing on the caliper itself, you're losing body fat. So even if it's not super accurate, you know that you're going down, you're going in the right direction. And yes, most likely it will slow down, because when you lose that initial weight, it is usually just that water weight or that glycogen, then it slows down and you go into a normal pace. However, intermittent fasting is one of the fastest ways to lose weight, since you're literally using your body as a hack to give you energy. So you're burning body fat for energy, thus you're burning more body fat. Your body is mobilizing body fat more than any other thing that you can do. All right, thank you for that, RD. That was from RD. Sorry if I didn't mention it in the beginning. Now, moving on to this. Oh, this is not a question, just a thing that I wanted to select, because this guy said, Khalif Brehanu said, I like how you put Cell from DBZ in the video, and I like how you noticed that little connection there. That's why I gave you that heart, instant heart. If you notice that connection, guys, instant heart. Cell, get it? I was talking about Otah Fuji, Otah Fuji, and it was like Cell. I was talking about Cell, and the guy's name is Cell. It was like a little hidden, you know what I'm saying, little hidden thing that I threw in there. Anyways, let's move on to the next person. Ha, Cell, I get it. My boy, instant heart. You see what I'm talking about? Tony Viner, instant heart. When you notice those things, you get that, you know, you get that special heart. I like doing that. I like being creative, if you want to call it creativity. I like doing little subliminal stuff. Hidden things. There's hidden things in like a lot of my videos in the past that I still don't talk about, but I just love throwing it there. And whenever someone goes, I know what he's doing, I always give you that confirmation with the click heart. All right, let's move on. Tony Viner, that was perfect. Thank you, guys. And we're moving on to the next question. I have been on OMAD for 19 days. I eat clean and my metabolism rate has gone from slow to 0. I'm worried. What is going on with me? I can't even read no more. How will the IF work? Won't I gain weight? Okay, so Faith Zulu wrote this, and I can see where he's coming from. There are years and years upon years upon years upon years of the entire fear-mongering of your metabolism slowing down. Now, what I'm going to say is this. I'm going to say one thing first. First thing is, how do you know if your metabolism slowed down? Are you simply basing that your metabolism has slowed down based on weight loss? Because that will be actually a different question. Your question would be, I was losing weight and now I'm not losing weight now that I started doing intermittent fasting. What went wrong? Because you really can't just know what your metabolism is doing just like that unless you get tested and figure it out and look at your metabolism go up and down, whatever it is, by doing medical or scientific tests, actual tests. So you really don't know if your metabolism, you're just probably maybe assuming your metabolism has went from slow to 0 or stopped, but we don't know for sure. Okay, so let's bypass that. There's already studies that show that the metabolism is based on, it's the thermic effect of food. It only increases at the point of eating and then decreases immediately after you eat. Thus, the whole thing of eating all the time to keep your metabolism in this coast all the way up here has been debunked. Because when you eat multiple times, all your metabolism does is this, and then when you stop eating, it's still down here. When you do intermittent fasting, it just goes like this and then goes like this. So wherever your baseline is wherever your baseline is going to be for your metabolism. Intermittent fasting does not screw with your metabolism. Now, if you lower your calories, your basal metabolic rate might decrease with that as your body becomes comfortable with the certain amount of calories that you're eating. But I assure you that you are not slowing down your metabolism or bringing it to 0, as you mentioned, by using intermittent fasting. Now, you only have 19 days. Not everyone has the same experience when they do intermittent fasting. So you have to be very careful, or not careful, but you just have to pay attention to what's happening for you. Things might be different for you. You might be holding on to a lot of water. Are you eating a lot of salt and not a lot of potassium? Are you not drinking enough water so your body's just holding on to water? You got to look at other things, which is why I say that the metrics of just looking at the scale, that number will not tell you the whole story. So not everyone's going to have the same exact experience. Yes, some people might lose so much weight in the beginning and then slow down. Some people might lose no weight in the beginning and then get the whoosh effect, which is where your body finally drops all the water, drops everything, and then reveals the true weight that you've dropped down to. So just keep that in mind. The scale's not everything, and I assure you that it has been debunked. Your metabolism is not affected simply because you're not eating all the time. All right, thank you, Faith Zulu. Now we're moving on to the next question. Next question is, please do a daily vlog on how you do your IF. Now, Vid Gory wrote this. I have a bunch of daily vlogs, like literally a bunch of them, like a good amount. Not crazy, actually. Not crazy, but a good snapshot amount. I was actually posting vlogs at one point on Mondays, but I stopped because one, they weren't getting watched that much. You guys didn't really, that's not really the kind of content I'm, you know what I'm saying? So that got taken out, but they still exist. And I actually, if you go to my channel, on my channel, if you scroll all the way down, one of the playlists is vlogs. You can watch them all in its entirety. And I have three full day of eating vlogs. And these 3 vlogs can give you the perfect snapshot that you're looking for a daily vlog of how I do IF. I even explain that how I haven't eaten, or I haven't eaten yet, or what I'm doing, how I went to the gym, boom, 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 and it will be answer your question perfectly, Mr. Vid Gory. All right, thank you for that question. Moving on to the next question. Does Otah Fuji, not autophagy, does autophagy occur in a 16 versus 8 fast? Yes, it does. It does. However, it doesn't occur at the capacity that it would in a 20 versus 4 fast, or in a 24-hour fast, or in a 34-hour fast, or in a 48-hour fast. The autophagy begins as you start your fasted state, but so many things are happening when it comes to autophagy. So basically, the longer you fast, the better it is for autophagy. However, autophagy still is a benefit for you with the 16/8. You're just not in the autophagy respect realm for a long period of time. That's it. But you're still using the benefits of autophagy for that time frame. This is the final question, guys. Final question. I like to just talk a lot, man. I just ramble around, especially when things are not structured. Gotta get myself right. Gotta focus. Aisha Sarwar. Aisha Sarwar. I hope I did not butcher your name. If I did, I am so sorry. I apologize. She wrote, what makes you feel shaky and weak when you're fasting? This happens to me a lot, to the point I feel sick. I'm doing the OMAD, would love some advice. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some advice. I'm gonna give you some advice right now. This could depend on when you have started this. If it's recent, if you starting intermittent fasting for the first time, and you're feeling these feelings, these are feelings of side effects that you get, or that kind of like you're breaking into fasting as your body's not used to it. Your body has been used to running on glucose. Your brain has been used to running on glucose for a long time. And now you're forcing your brain to say, no, I'm switching that. You need to run on fat instead of glucose. So it's hard for your body to accept that. Think of a person who does heroin, for example. If you take the heroin away from him, he will feel like absolute crap. He'll be shaky, he'll do all these things, not equating it exactly to heroin, but just understand that the body is very needy. It needs things that is comfortable in using. However, after a few days, after a few months, on the other side, that person will be better off than he was when he was using the heroin to begin with. That's the same thing with intermittent fasting. Some people easily go into intermittent fasting. Other people sometimes take a while to break in. If you look at my five side effects of intermittent fasting video, which I put a lot of acting in there, a lot of different camera angles, and put a lot of work in that video. If you look at that video, you'll see certain things that you might experience, like sleeplessness, feeling headaches, things like that. Heartburn is even one of them. If you're feeling that, that's one of those things. You have to kind of get used to it. However, now I'm not a doctor, so I'm not telling you that this is what you got to do and then just bypass everything. If this is something that you've been doing and you've been doing it for a while, and then somehow all of a sudden now you're feeling these feelings, or you know it's new but it didn't happen before, I would recommend checking with a doctor to see what's going on. Sometimes there could be underlying things, you never know. I'm not saying that you have something, I'm just saying that maybe there could be some issue there. Just, you know, it wouldn't hurt to check. But if you just started, I could assure you that these are some of the things that happen to some people when they do intermittent fasting. If that is the case, I would ask for you to reduce your time to the 16-8 method, which is fasting for 16 hours, eating for 8 hours, and then gradually increasing as your body is adjusting to that seismic shift of always eating, or always eating the normal Western kind of breakfast, lunch, dinner, or you might have been doing breakfast, lunch, breakfast, mid-snack, lunch, mid-snack, dinner, night snack. So that is it, guys. I have to go to Mexico, but like I said, I wanted to give you guys value. I wanted to give you guys content, and I didn't want to leave you guys just hanging. No matter what, I'm always gonna work hard for you guys, make sure you guys have content, unless of course this guy comes out of nowhere.
I'll be back. I have my topics ready, and most of the research is complete for these videos,
which is rare. It's very rare that I lose my voice. Then the 2 year span, 2 years and a half span that I've been doing this YouTube channel, this has happened to me once. So hopefully it never happens to me again, and you will get unlimited, unfiltered content. Now, actually, I don't curse in my videos, so it's filtered. Automatic by default is filtered. I'll see you guys on Wednesday as always, but before I go, I want to thank my patrons from my Patreon, and I'm gonna put their names right up here. And of course, guys, as always, as I just said before, I will see you on Wednesday for another FAQ. Peace out, my friends. I gotta go to Mexico.